Welcome back to The Big Show. It's Alex Belfield talking to the big stars, and a lady who's always fascinating is Arabella Weir. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Really nice to talk to you. Now, I got to admit, I've only just been sent your book recently, and I've got a little bit into it, and I'm absolutely intrigued because we both suffer from the same thing. We both think we're clinically obese, and in fact, we're not.
Oh, well, you see, you're saying I don't think I'm clinically obese, but I think I'm, a bit fat. So that's my problem. And no, but it's all about, the book, The Real Me is Thin, is really about how the fact that we all think we're fat, whether or not we are. In fact, don't you find that the people who are really proper fat don't think they're fat?
Well, that's what I want to get into. I find it fascinating when I see really large people, especially on holiday, topless on the beach, because I can't do that, and I wish I had their confidence.
You can't go topless on the beach?
Oh, absolutely
Alex?
not.
That seems a bit unlikely.
I might get my arms out, because I don't do that in public either. Black shirts, cover it all up.
I'm going to have to Google you now. I don't know what you look like. I think fat is a state of mind more than it's an actual state of body, and therefore, and I think I don't know a single woman who doesn't think she's fat, or at the very least think she could lose a bit of weight. Now, I've got one friend who's 6'1", weighs nothing at all, and she came to my book launch last night. She said, "Guess what my book's going to be called? The Real Me is Fat." And she's incredibly skinny. But yes, I think it's a dilemma that most women have. Wrongly, in my mind, of course.
I think the problem is we all want to look like David Beckham if we are men, and we're trained to think we should look like Victoria Beckham if we're women, and in reality, none of us do, and actually none of us want to.
No, and it's not attractive. It might be more attractive. She obviously thinks it's attractive, but, super skinny is not attractive. It's not sexy, and it's also not very healthy, and it's certainly very difficult to achieve. Even, you'd have to literally not eat all the time. So I'm certainly not doing that. But no, I definitely think, and the rise of celebrity magazines and that kind of thing, I definitely think we all think, well, I'm supposed to look permanently, fantastically, hair done, makeup, and be super skinny. And it's not on, because it's not what most of us can manage or should be managing.
One of the most disturbing things in the book was the fact that as a child you were trained to fear food and what it could do to you. Are you resenting of that? The fact that the food was put on the table but you only had small portions?
Yeah, my parents did do a pretty bad job of trying to get me to eat less. Well, they went in for sort of humiliating me. They thought that would work as well. And there was a famous occasion that's in the book where my dad said, "Right, Arabella won't be having potatoes because she's fat." And my brother, very sweetly, my older brother, who was also going through puberty, so he'd got a bit sort of, that chubby thing, he went, "Well, I'm a bit," and he went, "No, that's different, you're a boy." And I thought, oh, okay. So, no, I'm not resentful, because I would say I resolved my issues with my parents, but I was very confused as a kid, and certainly angry and unhappy that there'd be biscuits and cakes and whatever, and I was supposed to not have them. So what I started doing was eating them in secret.
Don't you think then that's a really nasty trick to play on a kid who already is going to be struggling with the world and understanding it? To put that fear in them at an early age is unnecessary. Did you get to the bottom of why they felt they needed to do that?
Well, both my parents were Scottish, and I think, abstinence is next to godliness, and I think they felt that I just needed to be thinner, and that, because, I was never, as I never have been in my life, a huge kid, but I was plumper than other kids. And I think they thought, well, the way to handle this is just to make her eat less by denying her all this stuff. And of course it was madness. I think they later realised that. But they still, to my dad's dying day, he couldn't help himself say things like, "Darling, nuts are very fattening." And I go, "Really? You're joking. Now you tell me." So I think they thought the only way to do it was to just be on at me all the time. Of course, that's the least good way of doing it.
Did you ever say to them, that wasn't fair what you did? Did you ever have it out with them?
Yes. Did I ever have it out with them? Oh, we've obviously never met. I never let anything go. I don't let anything go, nothing, ever. On and on and on. That's what my husband would say. "Can't you ever let anything go?" No. "Why did you do that? Why did you say that?" And so, yes, I certainly had a go at my parents more than once.
Did you ever get an apology?
My mother was, my mother might go close to the word sorry, but she wouldn't actually utter it. And my dad would say things like, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. That never happened." So I go, it did. And, oh, well, we thought we were doing the best at the time, that kind of thing, But my mother, if you go, well, you ever going to say sorry? I don't need to say sorry. I certainly am not. You want to know how horrible my life was?
Yes, that's always the thing, isn't it? They'll always send you back to their childhood.
Yes.
The great way that you reacted, though, was to make yourself a whopping great big personality and become funny. Was that always your defence mechanism?
I think it was, yeah. You definitely, if you go to school, everybody in the world will be able to relate to this. You go to school, and if you've got anything other than the perfect hair, the perfect shoes, the perfect uniform, everything, you think, I've got to make my mark. And I just, as I wasn't the prettiest girl and I was plump, I thought, right, I will be funny. And I instantly found out that it made me very popular. So I thought, this is what I'm going to do. So I went out of my way, I'm afraid, to be funny all the time at school. And as a result, I've got 1 O level. Luckily, I've got more A levels, but
you got some great put downs for those who were around you at the time, I suppose.
Yes, I had some very good put downs, and oh my God, I was so horrible to teachers. I'm very ashamed of that now. Don't do what I do, children. Mm-hmm. But yes, when we were doing the Fast Show and we were talking about what characters we were going to do, and Paul and Charlie Whitehouse and Hickson said, "Why don't you do someone like you who's always going about how fat she is?" And I went, I don't do that. And they went, yes, you do. And that's how I came up with Does My Bum Look Big in This? Because I thought, well, why don't I just make the thing I most fear pay for itself? Instead of letting it terrify me, why don't I out my bum? Which is what I did.
I know this is totally hypocritical because I spend all my time on the air talking about how fat I am, but there's nothing less attractive than someone who goes on about it and on about it and on about it and then on about it again when actually they're not fat. Are you one of those people now then that is forever pushing lettuce around your plate when you're out in public?
No, I'm the person going, can I have another bit of cake? Oh, I've just had another glass of wine. Oh, it doesn't matter. Empty calories. My sister's saying empty calories, and I'm going, yeah, but it still tastes nice. So no, I'm just about to go out now when we finish this and get a whopping great sandwich with mayonnaise in. I am not pushing no lettuce leaves round, no nothing.
Oh, thank God for that. You were making me nervous for a while, Arabella.
No, you don't have to see me. Yeah, I think people, women in particular, are able to relate to me because I'm honest about the things that bother me, and I sort of, exaggerate them sometimes for comic effect. But, that's what we're all doing. You get something that everybody recognises, like a wonky shopping trolley, something that everyone's experienced, and, you go on about it. That's what comedy is, really, going on about something, going on about shared experiences. And in my case, of course, I, have always gone on about feeling that I'm the only fat person in the room, when in fact it turns out all women are feeling like they're the only fat one in the room, even when they're fat or not.
Do you think there'll come an age when you don't care anymore, or have you already reached it?
I think I'm there. I mean, sure. I look, especially in the summer, I look down at my stomach sometimes on the beach and think, yeah, not that I'm wearing a bikini, girls, don't worry. And my daughter, who's 12, said to me the other day, I lifted my arm, and I think we all know where I'm coming from now, and my daughter went, that is absolutely disgusting. And my daughter is not a mean person at all. And I went, that is so horrible. And she went, I don't know what to say, Mum. It's really horrible. Your arm's okay when it's hanging down the side, but underneath. And I went, I don't think it's too clever either, darling, but you wait till you're my age.
Oh, my God. So the bingo wings are a big problem then?
Well, I mean, put it this way. Whenever I'm teasing her, I go, I'm going to come to your school and I'm going to wave really hard outside school. Is that okay? And she goes, don't do that. Don't even joke about it.
Well, you are a grumpy old woman now. I mean, I know you're in the sewers. I was going to ask you, is this a little bit of you? No, it's a lot of you, isn't it, really?
It's a lot. I'm not grumpy. I do the grumpy thing for that show. I'm actually quite a cheerful person. I'm less grumpy than my husband, blimey. He's grumpy about everything. And no, I mean, I'm a little bit, let's say, shorter tempered than I used to be. I won't suffer fools gladly anymore. And I used to be, no problem. Now I'm just like, no, come on, get on with it. No, I'm waiting. Thank you. I can't do things like waiting queues anymore. I was first. I don't do any of the, no, you go ahead. No, I'm sorry, I was first. I'm getting served now. Oh, well, that's nice. I don't care if you think it's nice or not. I'm going to get served now.
I don't blame you. And when you're away on holiday, I know the grumpy old women find airports very annoying and staying in hotels annoying. In fact, most things annoying. Yeah.
I don't really like staying in hotels. I don't like staying in self-catering. I don't like staying at people's houses. I don't really like going on holiday. I like being in the garden when it's hot.
And when I look at your career, it's very interesting how you've gone from comedy into more kind of serious drama comedy. I enjoyed you recently on Skins, which is one of my favourite programmes, probably for the most inappropriate reasons, because there's quite a lot of muckiness in there, isn't there?
Yes, I didn't film any of that. No, Skins, I mean, I've never been so cool in my life, even when the Fast Show was at its most successful. I mean, kids in the street going, "Oh, are you Michelle's mum from Skins?" And me going, "Yeah," and they go, "Oh man, that is so cool." And my daughter, Josh, was thrilled, even though she wasn't allowed to see it. It's too rude. But yes, we've got a lot of all the adults. There's me, Peter Capaldi, Harry Enfield, Josie, Lawrence. We're all going, "Man, have you ever been this cool?" We can't get over it.
Are you doing any more of it? Because I know they changed the cast around a lot, don't they?
No, it's all younger cast now, isn't it? I don't think any of the original characters. And, of course, my character only had one daughter. How stupid was that? I should have had like a couple of 10-year-olds or something.
Imagine the benefits you could have claimed.
Exactly. I liked that show a lot.
What are we going to see you do next? Because, I mean, the grumpy stuff is always popular. Always going to find a way forward with that. Is there any dream jobs left?
Oh, a dream job. Yes. I'd like to... I ran the PTA for 8 years at my kids' primary school, and I'm writing a sitcom now called Mum's Army about a PTA, and I will play a small part in that because I'm too old to be in it now. But there was a granny who is from Glasgow, and the school was in London, right? And I said, "What are you doing down here?" And she went, "Well, I'm in a witness protection programme because I witnessed a murder." And I went, "I don't think you're supposed to be telling me that." She went, "Oh, I know, it's all right, it's hundreds of miles away." And I'll be playing her if it all comes off. I'd like to do that because, as I say, my parents are Scottish, and I do a very good Scottish accent, as I think anybody can tell.
Those PTAs can be quite militant at times, can't they?
Oh, man! And the whole, should we say happy Christmas? Can't say happy Christmas because of the Muslims. Oh, okay, so should we say happy Eid? No. What about the Christians? All right, just put happy holidays. We don't say happy holidays. Oh, it's just so, have a nice summer. Don't say anything religious. Oh, man, and then the people, the PTA is just fantastic. All of life is there.
Very good. Really lovely to talk to you today. I've loved it. Arabella Weir's new book is out now. It's called The Real Me is Thin. Let's hope one day we all just accept ourselves for who we are. What about you and me get naked now as we go into the next record and just be here on the air?
Why not? I'm undressing now.
Very nice. Arabella Weir at BBC Radio Leeds. Thanks so much for talking to me.
Thanks very much, Alex. Bye, love.